Introduction to this morning's topic. If you are new to River City, I did meet some new people this morning. Again, welcome. We're in the midst of a series where we look at some of the biggest blockbuster movies of the past 12 months. And this is one of the ways that we as a church engage the culture that we live in. And we give you the tools that you need to engage your culture as well. And this morning's message is going to enable you to do that very well. Sometimes people will say, well, how do you pick the films that you feature in this series? Seems very arbitrary to me. And actually we get a panel, a team of people together, and we look at films based on two criterion. And the first one is, what is good art? In other words, what films have the critics taken notice of, and what films have won lots of awards in the past year? And many of the films that we're featuring, most of them, have won numerous significant awards. And then the other one is, what's popular? What is affecting the culture and catching on, maybe sometimes in spite of what critics might be saying? And I would say that today's film, New Moon, fits in that second category. New Moon, yeah, some of you are laughing, but New Moon didn't win any Oscars or Golden Globe awards, which I would say are the two biggest categories of movie awards. It was nominated for and won several MTV awards and some Kids' Choice Awards and so forth. But it didn't win the Oscars, it didn't win Golden Globes. But in spite of the fact that it didn't win any major awards, this film and the series that it's based upon, it's exceedingly popular. Get this. As of March 2010, so almost half a year ago, the books that are part of the Twilight series sold 100 million copies worldwide. 100 million. Translated into more than 38 different languages. The series has been on the New York Times bestseller list for Children's Book Series Awards 235 straight weeks. So that's going back to March. And I can't anticipate anything less, so add another, 20 weeks to that? Almost 300 weeks. Reputed sources like the New York Times have described the Twilight series as a literary phenomenon. And if it's a literary phenomenon, someone's being affected. Some of you are being affected by this, and so we're addressing it here at River City Church. Now, at the end of last week's service, those of you who are here will remember this, it was mentioned that I'd be addressing Twilight this week and the movie New Moon. And a number of you kind of gave your sympathies as you left, saying, good luck with that, Daryl. And then some of you also gave me the look. You didn't say anything, but you gave me the look, like, okay, Daryl, are you going to be able to do anything with this week's topic? And I'll be honest, I didn't know what I was getting myself into. Prior to last week, I hadn't read any of the books, I hadn't watched any of the movies, I hadn't studied this Twilight phenomenon. But I will tell you this, that over the past week, I've had more interesting conversations with you and with others about today's movie than about any other movie in this series. So this is generating a lot of discussion, and it's interesting. Emails, phone conversations, face-to-face conversations, a lot of interest in this Twilight phenomenon.